Hey, what's going on, guys? Scott Newby here from Bass Brings Us Together, Living It with Scott and Cat podcast, and Friday Night AV. Welcome back in our home theater. As you guys know, we have been doing a lot of changes in this room, getting ready for a big YouTube special. And in the middle of all that, I had to stop to make a quick video to talk about a game changer for me in this room. I don't use game changer very often, so I had to think a lot before even using the word, and it certainly is. For years and years, if you're familiar with my space or you've actually visited our space during a get-together or a demo day, my screen was a white painted wall that was sanded and built purposely to be used as a screen, framed out. And for years, I used it like that with the center channel just below it. Now I'm in a smaller room, 14 by 16 feet. I was like, acoustically transparent screen. I don't think it's gonna make that big of a deal, or it ain't that big of a deal, or I don't know. For some reason, I seem to always be making an excuse. It's good enough how it is. So I finally made that jump. I always planned to, but I finally did it, and that is a game changer. I checked out a few other screens before going with the Seymour screen, and maybe that's why I wasn't so excited about doing it. This current screen that I got from Seymour ran me about $1,300, which certainly isn't cheap, but on the cheaper side of screens compared to some other screens. But before that, a few buddies of mine had some $400 to $600 screens that I seen, and the construction on them honestly didn't look that good. They had a couple ripples in the screen here and there, and I was just like, my painted wall on the screen, honestly, I think is fine. And then, of course, they have $3, $4, $5, $10,000 options of screens, and I wouldn't have spent that much money. After meeting with Chris Seymour and then going to visit a few theaters that use the Seymour AV screens, and then going to shows like M-Wave and stuff like that, and seeing a lot of his screens being used, I was like, that is the route that I need to go. Procrastinated a little bit more. Finally ordered one. Now I don't know what the heck I was thinking waiting this long. So now went with the precision frame with the UF2 material. I see absolutely none of the acoustic woven parts of it. The screen looks absolutely beautiful. The UF2, I believe you can sit like as close as 5 or 6 feet and not see any of that effect. My eyes currently to the screen, like from here out to the screen, is 9 feet from 115 inch 16 by 9, putting me roughly at about 50-degree viewing angle, which is pretty immersive for us. It's actually a little too immersive for Kat on certain scenes. She feels like she has to move her head a little bit. For me, it feels very right here, and that's what I'm looking for in my theater experience. So I'm certainly enjoying that. The craftsmanship on the screen is absolutely, all the corners are perfect. And when I was talking with them about ordering the screen, and they make the screen exactly the size you want, up to 1/10 of an inch. I mean, you order exactly what you want, and for $1,300, I feel like I got an incredible bargain for this screen. Beautiful picture. Now the center is exactly where it goes. When people talk, you can tell it's coming right from their mouth. Even though when I had it below, pointed up, and with DSP and stuff like that, it certainly was always good. I mean, for years we entertained 400 people in this room. Everybody thought it was a fantastic performance, but it certainly is a step above having the center channel right where it belongs. Like I said, the craftsmanship is absolutely amazing. The thick black velvet borders, I like it. Really just helps with the contrast. I do velvet all the way on the top, on the ceiling, on the sidewalls, on top of the subs across, just making it as black as I can around the screen. I just want to say I can't believe that I waited this long. It has completely transformed this room. I've been through a lot of different stuff in this room, as you guys are very aware of. And we have a big YouTube special coming up on the Haterade channel. In a couple weeks, he's coming up to film the room, and these were a couple changes I wanted to do before he came out. So it's probably good that I knew he was coming, and that kind of pushed me to do it, because it changed this whole room, the whole dynamic, the whole effect, the whole experience. It brought a bigger, cleaner, better sounding picture. Now I know people are asking about the how many dB it takes away having the speaker behind the screen. It's roughly about 2 dB. I talked to Chris Seymour. Certainly a non-issue. I mean, especially in my room, being a smaller room with all the JTR speakers, that I have a million dB to spare, so that certainly was an issue. Most people aren't going to have that issue, but it takes away 2 dB, which isn't terrible at all, especially compared to other options out there. I had to stop in the middle because I'm working. My new side surrounds are going to be in this week, and I got to fully calibrate this room. I just wanted to stop for a moment, take a few minutes, share with you guys. I think this is only like the second or third time I've used the term game changer, because it drives me nuts when people are like, oh, I changed my power cord and it was a game changer for my whole room. But I believe this is the third time. I want to say the first time was when I was first building the room and I acoustically treated it. I'm going to get my ass kicked for that. Cat gives me such a hard time. Old dog, old habits, right, of mispronouncing words. So acoustically treating the room, certainly a game changer. Getting subwoofers and speakers that had near endless dynamics. When I did the whole room in JTR, obviously absolute game changer. And now the screen, tying all of that, the room acoustics, the great sound, now tying it in with a beautiful, larger than life picture that just sounds and looks amazing. I'm honestly blown away. I want to rewatch 100 movies in this room. So certainly just want to stop. You know, I always share my thoughts with you guys, my honest opinions, but I was waiting on getting a screen. I checked out a few other cheaper options because I put a rough budget in my head of like around $1,000. I did go over, like I said, it was about $1,300. It was certainly worth going over my budget for that. Like I said, I checked out a few. I'm not going to mention the brands. I'm not here to brand bash anything. But I did check out a few other cheaper options that unfortunately the corners they didn't line up exactly perfect, and some of the screen didn't look. And I checked out three screens from 2 different companies, and they were just okay. But I mean, they were like $400 or $500 screens. I thought, you know, they're good enough, but it's not worth going through all the effort to do that in my room if it's not absolutely perfect. So I'm certainly happy with the way that I went. Like I said, 115 inch, 16 by 9, AV, Seymour, I'm getting my confused. Seymour AV, precision frame, UF2 material, 115 inch, right at about a 50-degree viewing angle. Absolutely perfect for us. Great experience. When the room is all completely done, which is going to be here in about a week, new side surrounds will be in to replace these, and I get it fully calibrated. Jordan's set to come up here at the end of October, shoot a whole new special on the room, and we'll be sharing that with all you guys. So like always, thanks for hopping in our space. Appreciate you guys liking, subscribing, sharing the videos, hanging out on our live chats. Certainly try to give back to the community as much as I can. Enjoy hanging out with you guys, not only online, but in person. We do live demos, live get-togethers all the time. You're more than welcome to come by. Like and subscribe on the channel if you want to follow along for our next get-together. So, all right, guys, peace out. Enjoy your Sunday, and